Hello, we are here on a wet and windy Wednesday. Woo, say that 5 times fast. If you haven't done so, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. If you're one of the very few and lucky students in my class, we have a very short, little bitty test coming up right before spring break over polynomial operations. Yes, it is. I told y'all it's so sticky in here. I'm expecting Swamp Thing to come up out of the corner. All right. So, standard form. Remember, standard form is the highest exponent to the smallest. So this one should go like this. And technically, you're supposed to do the degree and the terms after you put it in standard form. Some people say it's better. That way you automatically know what the degree is. Okay? So for number one, that is our standard form because we go 3, 2, 1. All right. What is our degree on number one? 3. All right. And our terms, 3. So this is a try. Okay. Now, some of y'all might be wondering, what do I need to be putting on my orange sheet for this? So part one, this is what I have for it. Okay. That's not how you spell the. Spelling is not my strong suit. All right. But degree, highest exponent in the problem. Terms, 1 mono, 2 bi, 3 tri, 4 or more poly. Okay, standard form, biggest exponent to the smallest. All right. Now remember, my example orange sheet will be posted on Schoology later. And then after I had this written down, I would probably put a couple examples from, the practice test. And I just went over one, so we can't put a couple. All right. So, all right. Wow. Number two, the standard form of number two is the hardest one. All right. What is its degree? How many terms? There's, yep, bi. Okay. The only reason I want y'all to write like mono, bi, or tri, or poly is because those are only 4 things, and they're really easy to remember. The linear, quadratic, cubic, quartic, quintic, septic, whatever. That's a lot. Okay. And all that stuff is literally one Google search away. So if I was doing this, are you kidding me, right, meow? Somebody said they had cat hair all over them. Hence the cat joke. All right. So I just put, do like I do, just a screenshot and paste it, snip it. One of these days, I'm going to be teaching long enough that students come in, they log into their desk. Their desk is like the end tables on Iron Man 2, where it's like an automatic computer or something, and y'all can take digital notes like this. All right, so that was 1 and 2. All right, problem number 3. All right, so standard form. Plus 4x squared minus 3x minus 5. All right, so what is its degree? 7. And terms are poly. And number 4, 3x to the 4th. Uh-oh. There's not, what happens here? No, you combine it. We didn't have one like that. This is a problem like from uh, years previous that had other stuff with it. I'll try to take that out. Um, but yeah, we can combine those two. All right, our degree is 4. Our terms are by. Yeah, because after we combine the 5 minus 10, okay. I even forgot that was in there. I love it. Students are like, hey, what's the answer to this one? I'm like, I don't know. I hadn't done it. If I have, I don't remember. All right. Okay. Are we good with part 1, 3, and 4? All right. So before we actually start doing part 2, let's get the premise of what Mr. Jeffries would put on his orange sheet. Combine like terms, same variable and power, put in standard form. Do not add and subtract the powers. You only do that when you multiply. Okay? I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Kind of hate that I recorded this in class because there's a pause in between when people are writing notes that I have to entertain myself. So I'll tell y'all this story. I thought it was pretty funny. I stopped, got my breakfast this morning on the way in, and there was a younger lady with child, and the cashier says, "How long do you have?" She says, "Oh, about this much." She says, "Well, I could kind of tell about the roundness of your face." And somebody wanted, and then from, I don't even know where the lady was. I think she was in the office. Like, she said, "That's not very nice." And I was like, and she apologized. She's like, "Oh, I didn't think anything about it." And they were still talking about it. And the cashier says, the closer you get to your due date, your face gets really round. Yeah. And I said, I must be due any day now. She doubled over. So yeah, that was a good one. So yeah, it's not just y'all. I whip out those types of jokes and stuff all the time. So yeah. All right. Are we good copying this down for those that's copying down? If not, do a little with the camera. All right. So you can tell some of these I typed and some of these I didn't because of the way it looks and also how uh, dark it is in your thing. We're going to zoom in real big. All right. So for number 5, I got to look for the biggest exponent first. What's the biggest exponent? 3. 3p to the third. Okay. I forget when I zoom in like that. All right. Now, our next one is the second. Okay. All right. This one's really hard, guys. What is 5 plus 2? 7. And then our little constant just right here. Come on, little constant. Come on. This is our minus 3, and we just kind of tag it along. So you overcomplicated it? There is a time to overthink. My tests are not those times. PTSD from test. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave that there. So, number 6, this actually is subtracting. Looks like my highest exponent is to the third. All right. This is where we need to be careful. It's a minus a negative. Okay. Now, again, if you're one of these people that can go this minus this, awesome. I have to rewrite it because I will mess that up. Okay. Remember, minus a negative becomes plus a positive. So what is 1 plus 4? 5. All right. Squared minus 2a squared minus 3a squared. All right. So this is negative 2 minus 3. Okay. This ends up being minus 5a squared. All right. Now on the test, this is the one section that there's less of. Okay. All the other sections are going to be as is. So you'll only have 4 problems like this tomorrow. I could add more problems on part 3 if y'all want me to. What if I actually put a bonus on there? I got one. All right. Are we good with 6 so we can kind of move over? Scoot, 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 scoot. All right. I think Miss Sparks wants the bonus just so she can see if she can get it. All right. So 2 plus 5, 7 into third. 4 plus 2, 6. Okay. How many of y'all have came up with your own way of marking your like terms? You just look at the number. You don't have to mark them. Okay. You like mine? Has anybody came up with one that's a little bit different? Is anybody using like color pencils, pens, stamps? Smart. Yeah, it does. It almost like when there's a big problem and there's all these symbols, it looks like there's, yeah, yeah, it helps me. And we know how scatterbrained I am. Wait, whoa, hey, that was too many people laughing on that one. Just joking. I think it's funny. All right. So this ends up being negative 6 into the third. And then we have 4n minus 4n, where those cancel. So my actual answer on number 8 is just negative 6 into the third. Yep. Now, if you were to write this, I'm not going to count off, but that looks like ohm. My hair falls in my face too when I get too stressed out and my hairs just jump off my forehead. I see them, they're like, I can't take it no more. Yes, I did take my special vitamins today, so y'all don't worry. Everybody is safe. All right, is everybody good with number 8? Bruh. All right, let's see. So 3a squared minus 2a squared. All right, this is just 1a squared or a squared plus 1 minus 4 minus 3. All right. Ooh. All right, so if I have 3 Reese cups and I eat one of them, I have 2 Reese cups left. What? Mm. All right. Minus negative becomes plus positive, so this becomes 9r to the third. So I do actually have decent handwriting when I take my time. talk a lot. I don't talk a lot. Holy smokes. Wow. Apparently, my room is the Boston Harbor because everybody comes in here to spill the tea about other teachers. Like, I like Mr. Jeffries, but if he wasn't, crazy. All right. So, part three. And wait, I needed to go back and grab a problem from or two from part two. So, I'm going to do this because I can. Oh my gosh. Can't we all just get along? All right. So, now, part three, I said use double distributive box or foil when it's a binomial times a binomial. Okay. I might need to swap these around because this is actually how it is on the test. Hang on just a second. Ooh. It's very similar to double distributive. It's just called something different. No. Trust me, if you were to say foil to some adults, they'd like start twitching. All right. Use double or triple distributive or box method when it's a trinomial times a binomial. All right. Part three. The first problem on part three is going to look like our first problem on part three of our practice test. Okay. So, all right. I'm going to try to set all of these up. So just bear with me. Good. Is it grizzly or polar? Uh, all right. For those that are doing double distributive, that's how you would set it up. Okay. Because this is a trinomial times a binomial, we can actually use triple distributive that I showed y'all yesterday. Did anybody like that one? Did anybody use the triple distributive one? Okay. Yeah, some people are like, "Oh, you're writing so much. You're literally writing the same as everything else." I'm not saying that y'all are saying that. I'm just, you know, I've lived a long time, so I know what students have said. Yeah, and a lot of people look when you find, you know, when you find your groove, when you find your method that you like to use, you're going to stick with it because, it's like your security blanket. You feel better about it. It's just a lot. Well, you don't have to copy down everything I'm doing. Huh? Totally lost on everything. Did you hear when I said I'm setting up different ways to do it? Okay. Because we actually, for this problem, we have, 3 different ways. So I'm setting it up 3 different ways. Okay. So box, I'm doing this. All right. So Balaz, you said you're totally lost on this problem. Which method are you using? Okay. Box method works best for you. Okay. I like it. So, and we're going to get the same answers either way. All right. So if we're filling in the box for the box method, what is 2 times 6? 12 n to the third. Okay. All right. Same thing. So except this is a negative. So we're going to have negative 12. We add the exponents when we multiply. So 1 plus 1 is n squared. All right. 6 times 5 is 30. And we tag along the n. All right. Now, negative 4 times 2, negative 8 n squared. All right. Negative times a negative. This is a positive 8 n squared. Or n, not n squared, just n. And then negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. All right. And if you did either double or triple distributive, you're going to get the same thing here. No, you won't. You get the same thing, but a different order. Now, Balaz, where do you get lost after this? Yeah. Remember, if we're doing box, these two are our like terms. Okay. These two are our like terms. All right. So when it's all said and done, smoke is cleared. We don't have any other n to the third, so we're going 12 n to the third. All right. This is negative 12 minus 8, which ends up being negative 20 n squared. 30 plus 8 is 38 minus 20. Now, yep, that's my answer. Ah. Now, on this slide, there's there's a lot going on. Did you set it up wrong? Which one do you use? Got you. Got you. Okay, so we had negative 4 times negative 2. We get positive 8n. Okay, so that's this one right here. And then over here we had 6n times 5, so that gave us a positive 30n. Ah! One. I mean, I can add more. I think Olivia said she wanted 4 of them. She's not even listening. It's still like I was in high school. I speak and girls just totally ignore me. That's funny. All right. Now, number 12. This is the problem that I'm probably going to change on the test to not have this 5 out here. Okay. Because now I did say you needed to do this first. Yep. Now, some people would have actually multiplied this and then multiplied it by 5. That's the same thing, but you know, potato, potato. Mm-hmm. All right. On the left in the red and black, I am setting up the double distributive. I will be setting up the box in just a hot second. See how wrong I get this one. That sounds like me when I used to turn in my papers in writing. Oh, just be thankful that y'all hadn't, they're not doing language arts like they used to. They used to say like, "Oh, tell us what this means to you." Well, I did. I told them what it means to me, and they're like, "No, you're wrong." I'm like, "How can you tell me I'm wrong?" So this is, well, look, I almost messed up. What did I not write right here? I didn't write my X beside the 10. All right. And those are our like terms. Same thing here. All right, so our final answer should be 40x squared minus 10x. Okay. So it's not the class saying, "Oh, I get everything wrong in this class. Maybe if I actually took the time to set it up." All right. So, yeah. Now, on my orange sheet, I would copy down whichever method that you used for this. And also for number 12, I would copy down whatever method you used for number 12. Okay. For those leaving us, don't forget, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. I say that all the time, like this is a really big thing. We have good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.